Hi, I'm Mike, and today we are taking a look at bacon bits, our little tiny pigs, getting them moved out of the barn and into an outside enclosure, making their life just a little bit better on Our Wyoming Life. I'm over here in our pig pen in the barn. This is just a small stall. It's about 14 feet by about 10 feet. And it's used for baby pigs who are getting just a little bit too big for their britches. It's time to get them moved outside and get them moved into an enclosure that is a little bit more suiting to what they're becoming very fast. And that is one of these guys, a big pig out here in our outdoor pig enclosure. So the problem is that right now we have two different classes of pigs. We have our bacon bits and we have these big pigs, which are due to go off to freezer camp in about a month here. They are basically living in this area. They've got a shed so they can get out of the sun, any weather that we might have. They've got water, they've got food right over here, a big old feeder somewhere back there. They've got water over here in a fancy dancy water. They can go in and get a drink. However, they're not going to coexist with the little bacon bits. There's just too much of a size difference in between the two. That's just going to cause problems at some point. So rather than do that, rather than move them in here with these guys, we're going to take a look just outside of the pig pen. Of course, outside of the pig pen, well, that's where Forrest and Jenny, our emus, live, so that space is kind of out. But luckily we have a lot more space here on the ranch that we can move these little piglets into, but it's going to take just a little bit of work to make that happen. And our next opportunity, or next pen of opportunity, is actually this one, which is more of a, almost a pass-through or a road that goes through some of our corrals here. But what I'm thinking is, because part of this fence is already fenced in for pigs on this side, that eliminates one whole side that we have to really mess with. So we're left with three sides of this pen, this part, and that part right down there, that we have to make pig proof. So that's our plan for today, is to make this pen pig proof and be able to move those little baby pigs over here. We also have to obviously get them the infrastructure they need. They need food, they need water. We need to get that all set up. And then we'll be able to move the little pigs over here. So first thing we have to do is get this area cleaned out, which should be kind of easy. First thing we're going to do is move these lick barrels, which we actually have on pallets, which is pretty handy. These lick barrels are recyclable, so we're going to make sure that we save them and we can get them back to the factory where they make the lick and be able to use them again. These steers think there's something in it for them, but there's definitely not. Today is all about the pigs. We're left with a couple panels in here that we'll probably be able to use. And really, I think all we need at this point probably a little bit of chicken wire or something like that to be able to make this fence not escape proof. Well, or make it escape proof, I guess I should say. Down on that end, the gate's gonna be a bit of a trick. We're gonna have to play around with that a little bit. And I think I might actually use some OSB to seal up some of this as well where we need to. So let's grab some materials and we'll get started. To make things a little bit easier today, we're gonna be using air. This is actually a brad nailer. I picked it up at Harbor Freight or Menards or somewhere like 40 bucks. Brads are actually a little bit easier to use than staples, unless you've got an air stapler. And these brads are actually pretty decent size, so they should hold our material to the fence pretty well. The big thing is that we don't want pigs pushing against it and popping it loose. Okay, so we got our air compressor set up. We've got our brad nailer. Now we just need our wire, and for that I'm gonna have to do a little digging. To be perfectly honest, I don't want to have to run to town and grab more chicken wire or whatever you want to call it, woven wire or whatever. I don't want to grab any more of it in town. I don't feel like going to town. So I'm gonna see what I've got laying around. We're gonna kind of Frankenstein this whole thing together. Okay, got that. So that. Little pigs waiting patiently for their new house. These couple of rolls should get us a pretty decent start. One of them's a 2 foot and one of them's a 3 foot roll, but they'll work. Luckily, pigs can't jump. Hey emus, what are you guys doing? So I think the 2 foot stuff will be just fine to keep them from trying to weasel out between a couple of these boards down here. This might scare you guys. Just warning you. Stop it, I don't need your help. Stop it. So that's one side done. I'll probably wire this up to this gate here in just a little bit, but now we have to figure out how we're gonna cover up these gates and keep the pigs from just going right through or under. This gate actually leads out to the triangle pasture, out to the cows, out to the horses who are standing right over here. My horses playing with those barrels we put in there. And if the pigs get out, if the piglets get out this way, might be in a little bit of trouble. So what I'm going to use is actually a panel over the top of this gate. Now I still have a decent sized gap here, which I need to do something with, and obviously the pigs will be able to sneak right through that. I could cover it up with more chicken wire, but I think I have a panel that might work. So we've got, what, 3 sides done now. We just have this end up here, which is another gate. This is gonna be another pain in the butt. We'll figure it out though. Got another panel here. This one's a little bit different. I don't know if you can really tell this, but on the bottom there, it's got 2 smaller gaps, then a bigger gap working its way up. Hopefully, it's not big enough for them to get through. The nice part is it's actually going on a gate, so hopefully it'll have a little bit extra structure. So here's a problem. I don't have anything to attach this to. I can't put a staple into metal, so I've got to come up with a different way to attach this gate or this panel to this gate. Let me think for a second. I think I got it. I'll be right back. Okay, my panel fell down. These are post clips. We get them from Beckart, who helps us with our fencing here on the ranch, but basically they go around a post like that, and you twist these ends, and then that holds wire to a metal post. We're not using a metal post, we actually have a metal gate, but I think it's the same thing. Same concept anyway. I think might have enough to go around and be able to cinch these on. And then because I don't want anybody getting cut or hurt on these little protruding twist offs that we did, I'm just gonna bend them off with a hammer. Okay, with that, we've got our gate done, and the nice thing is we can open and close this gate, which is gonna be essential in getting pigs into here, which I didn't think about until just now, but we'll still be able to open this gate, which will be really nice. We've got one little section left to deal with here, and that is this, and I'm trying to decide if I wanna put chicken wire up here or if I just wanna cover it up with something else. I don't think I have any more panels left that are small enough to keep anything from squeezing through, so that leaves us with just a little bit of chicken wire. It figures, I'm that much short. From here to there, about a foot. So let me just see if I can find some more chicken wire and we'll get that put up. Okay, well, I found this. It'll work. It'll cover the gap anyway. All right, so there we go. We have a pig-proof pen, maybe. I can almost guarantee they're gonna escape. They're gonna figure out some way to do it, and that's what they do, so it's fine. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you've seen our previous pig exploits. They always find a way to escape. But while we now have a home for them, well, I guess I should say, we have 4 walls. We don't have a home yet because we don't have food, we don't have water, we don't have shelter, and that's the next step to this whole equation. First step is water, and We have a really easy way to do that. This is just an automatic dog water. Pick these up at Tractor Supply, Menards, your local feed store, whatever. And we're just gonna hook this up. This is gonna be their water supply. It's probably gonna have to be cleaned quite often because they're gonna get it muddy, but it's better than nothing. So I'm gonna just put this inside. I'm gonna run this outside of their pen and give them, you know, as little to chew on as possible. Even though this is a pretty strong rubber, they could possibly chew through it and make even a bigger mess. So try to make that not happen. I'm gonna set it right inside here where I happen to put that larger diameter or whatever panel. The chicken wire has a larger hole in it, so I can feed that right through, and this can sit right about there. That'll give them water. Next up is food, but we're not going to do that until we actually get them in here, because we're going to steal the food feeders from where they're at now and bring those in here, so that'll make life a little bit easier. I guess next up would be shelter at this point, and I think I have an idea for that as well. So I realized it's really easy to overthink things. I was thinking about building them a shelter, something out of pallets, a bunch of other stuff, and I figured, you know, what they really need is shade. We don't have a whole lot of rain on the way, so we can get them some shade. They're relatively happy, and really what is shade but just a cover of some sort. So I figured, why not just take a sheet of OSB and put it up in here somehow so that it's tall enough for them to get underneath it, get a little bit of shade, hang out, do what they want to do, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of room. So I'm going to actually take this piece of OSB, I'm going to cut the corner out of it, and we're going to fit it just right on the pieces of wood of the fence, of the slats of the fence, or whatever you want to call them, and screw it in. I think it'll work. Okay, the reason I'm cutting the corner is so that we can fit it around this post. Shouldn't have to cut too much off. Not an exact science. In fact, I didn't even measure anything. Okay, next step is to get this thing to sit on these rails somehow. Let's try doing it this way. Hey, look at that. I think it's going to work great. Just like that. And now our pigs have a little shady area to go hang out in. Pretty simple. Hopefully it works. We'll see. With that all done and said, put together, it's now time to move the pigs, which I'm gonna actually call in some backup for, because I'm not sure if I can do it by myself. There's lots of places in between the barn here and their new pen over there that they could escape. So this might be a little fun, might be a little exciting, might be a little dumb. Not exactly sure. Okay, let's get to it. First thing we got to do is actually put away the emus. They're right over here. Hey guys, let's go back in your, oh, your door's closed. Let's go open up your pen. Hi, how you doing? They're mad at me because I closed them up. Okay, let's open up their pen, get them put away while we do this so that they don't try to escape. Go to bed. Go to bed. Come on, go to bed. They're all locked up for now. They'll be able to come out in just a minute once we get this all done. Okay, let's go find some backup. Hey, Erin. Hey, Carrie. Oh, I found them.
Yeah.
I don't know who to talk to. Can you come and help us move pigs?
Right here.
I know. I got confused. What are you guys doing?
Veggie baskets for EPP.
Sweet.
Yeah. Just finished. Beet greens.
That's what I was gonna say. They look like beet greens.
They are beet greens.
Wow. I knew what those were. I did.
Good job. How you guys are?
Hey, don't eat the mud. Jenny would probably help us.
Thank you.
Are you a pig wrangler, Jenny?
Do you want to help? Do you want to help?
Come on, bacon bits. Come on, bacon bits. Let's go.
This way.
Let's go, bacon bits. Let's go, bacon bits. Come on, bacon bits. Let's go. Come on, bacon bits. Let's
Go
go.
outside. Oh my gosh, it's so sunny.
Go.
I can't see, you're in the way.
Sorry.
The people can't see.
Come on.
Oh, can you close this?
Come on.
Come on.
Woo, we got a runner.
Hey, this is a pair of Jeff's glasses.
Hold on, let me get those.
Come on, bacon bits. Go. Come on, bacon bits. Let's go. Come on, bacon bits. There you go.
Get in there.
We're so close. We're doing good.
Oh.
There we go.
Woohoo.
I'll go get their food. Can you keep them on?
Yep. Chasing a chicken.
We got bacon and eggs.
Hey, look, they're using their little house.
Some drinks. Huh. Huh. Gonna boop your snoot? Look at your muddy faces. No, oh, that, no, you don't need to eat that. Don't eat my phone.
And there we go. We got a bunch of little baby pigs out here doing little baby pig stuff. Erin had me move the water so the hose wasn't going to interfere with the emus, who we're going to let out here in just a minute, introduce them to their new neighbors. Actually, they're not their new neighbors. They're their old neighbors because they were neighbors in the barn too, but now they're neighbors in the outside world. The pigs having some fun with their water. Hey, you guys having fun? I don't know if this is going to work or not. They seem to be wanting to just sit in it. Might have to figure out something different for water, but that's okay. All right, a little bit of cleanup to do, and then we'll get the emus out and we'll wrap things up. Back in the barn here, we can see where the pigs used to live. It's now empty, and their old neighbors, the emus here, are now going to become their new neighbors outside. What a weird angle that is. Okay. Erin's gonna help us put out her emus, her dangerous, evil velociraptors that are gonna eat you at any moment.
Yeah, really.
You know, honestly, I went looking. In Australia, last year there were 5 emu deaths of people killed by emus, and they were actually wild emus that did that. In the US, I couldn't find any record of any emu death, but in Australia, 33 people killed by cows last year, 22 people in the US killed by cows. So you're more likely to be killed by a cow than you are by an emu. In fact, you're more likely to be killed by a shark than you are an emu, and if you're really that worried about it, stay away from emus. Alrighty, guys, gals.
They're spicy chickens.
What are they?
Spicy chickens.
Spicy chickens. Didn't KFC do that one time? Spicy chickens. Hey guys, come out, check it out. See what's up. No, this way. Forest. No, they're this way. Look who's here. That's it. Emus are out. Everybody's back to status quo. These pigs are going to escape.
I know. They're
At some point, they are.
yeah.
But hey, at least we learned something.
Just like chaos reigns with pigs.
My hope is that if they escape, at least it's into the other pigs or in here. I don't think they're going to get out in the pasture. I hope not. So
Well, we've had that happen. We get them back in.
they do. It's not hard to get them back in, but yeah. Alrighty, guys. That's it.
Jenny.
That's
Jenny.
a lot of work for just a couple hours, but I hope they like it. I hope they enjoy being outside. You think they'll be happier outside?
Yes.
I think so too. And that's it for us. So until next time, have a great week. We'll see you right here on Our Wyoming Life.